Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about how I was able to build up a confidence to tackle a 14 unit apartment buildings. So my name is Kwa and I'm with Next Home Wealth Builder, a real estate company that helps people buy, sell real estate or rent real estate. So today topic it's about how I built up a confidence to tackle 14 unit apartment building. So I got my real estate investing start back in 2009. Our first purchase was a 3 unit apartment, and 2011 we purchased another 4 units, which a total of 7 units. And in my wildest dream, I never thought about buy something more than 4 units because I thought, from 1 to 4, it's good enough, it's doable to manage, right? But then between 2009 and 11 to 2019-20, we didn't buy anything else. And then in 2021, there's some issue with the partnership, and I just struck out. So I exit the partnership and took all my investment and my gain and go out and invest in invest myself. And during that time, I thought, okay, let's just start out with 3-4 units and see how that goes. So if you listen to some of my other videos, you know that my very first purchase by myself is this property right here in San Bernardino. It's a 3 unit built in 1956, and during that time I didn't have any property under management. This is the very first one. So uh, I started out purchase 3 units right here, right? And the starting of the managing this is quite hard. Even though there's 3 units, 2 units have agent tenant in there, and 1 unit vacant. And because this is in San Bernardino, it's like an hour away from where I live, so it took me a while to be able to rent it out. And in order to rent it out, I have to show it to somebody. And since San Bernardino is a new place, I didn't know of anybody to be able to help me show it. So it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of legwork to be able to show it to the vacant unit to somebody so that they can rent it, right? So after that, like when I started like really small. I just thought I'll be able to purchase that and just work on it for a while. So after that, you know your confidence level starting to build up. And the good thing is because I'm in real estate, so I'm pretty good with like speaking to people and trying to find way to solve things. So I was lucky enough that the tenant that I rent out the third unit for, the vacant unit, he know how to do some handiwork. So I'm like, oh, he knows to know handiwork, and since I live about like an hour away, maybe I can try, to see if he can help me. I think one of the very first thing that he helped me fix was like a water heater from his unit. So one day the water heater from his unit is broken down, and the sensor is not working. And he called me up and he said, "Hey, Kwa, this is broken. Can you send somebody over to fix it?" And then I'm like, do you want to try it out yourself? And then he said, yeah, sure. And then so he started communicating with the manufacturer, diagnosed the issue, and then fixed the problem. And I was like, okay, so now how long did you take you to fix it? And he told me, total was like 3 hours. And said, how much you gonna charge me? And then he said, I don't know. He never done it before. And I'm like, okay, how are we gonna be able to do this? And I'm like, how about this? How much work? Because at that, he's been working full time all the time with the city, and that's one of the reasons why I ran into him because I thought he was very he have a stable income. So I asked him, okay, so how much you make with the city? He said $25 an hour. I'm like, okay, how about I pay you $25 an hour for that repairs? He said, okay. I'm like, wow, that's great. Now he fixed the whole issue. Caused take him like 3 hours just to go online and diagnose, go talk to the manufacturer, and then go online looking at YouTube video. Have the opportunity to learn how to fix that too, and being able to try it out in real life. And he learned a skill, and in during that time, he got paid for it. So it's good for him. It's good for me. Because the thing is that in Salmon, if it take me to, even if I know how to fix it, the trip to go back and forth, it's like an hour one way, so it's gonna be like 2 hours for the first time to diagnose the issue, and then another 2 hours for to wait until the replacement part come back to come there and fix it. So at least 4 hours for me just by driving, not even counting the time that I fix it. but because he's there, he able to fix it and do everything within 3 hours. So the fee that I pay him is good for him because that's how much he make in his regular work, and it's good for me because I would it would have cost me so much more in order to be able to fix it. So that's the start of it. So start small, and the way you can build up your confidence is just to go through like try and error. So I bought one unit, and then I was like, oh, I have a handyman now already. I might be able to buy another unit and having him take care of it too, and that's what I did. So after that, I purchased my second triplex because I have somebody there that can help me. And in addition to that, it's even better because the thing is like when you have somebody on the ground like my friend up there, like my tenant, like even the showing of the property, it's easy for you because the things like you don't have to drive like an hour just to do a showing. Like somebody want to see the place, if you have a guy there that live there like 5 minutes away, what you can do is you can pay him to do showing. So my deal with him is if any the place is vacant, he hold a key, and anybody that want to see it, they will contact him, work with him to show the property, go in and out, and it could take 5 minutes, could take 15 minutes. And once that unit rented out and I got the rent, the deposit and the rent and everything, and he hand the tenant the key, I'll pay him $200. It could, if we're lucky and we send somebody, we have somebody, one person that see it and like it and everything is done. He show one time, he get $200, and if you take him like 5 times, still get $200. But then it's good for me because then I don't have to drive back and forth. And because of that, my confidence level is like, oh, managing 3 units, hey, 6 units is not that bad because it's only a little bit more work, right? So that's how it works. Like you just start out with 1 unit, and then you get buy a second one, and the very important thing is make sure you stabilize them, because the thing is that you don't want to buy like 10 units at the same time, and then five properties, 5 units already vacant, because it's gonna take a lot of time for you to fill up all those if you don't have experience. Because it took me like I think three to 4 months to be able to fill up like eight vacancy from the property we just purchased, right? So again, you start small, buy one at a time, stabilize, make sure it's stabilized so that the cash flow is stable. When I say stabilize, like, because when you first purchase a property, there can be a lot of issue. The first few months, you're gonna have to deal with so much issue that it's gonna overwhelm. Now, if you buy 3 or 4 property at the same time, you're gonna be freaked out, and that might, destroy your motivation to own property or to manage property at all. So, make sure that you stabilize the unit and then you purchase the next one. And then practice makes perfect. Keep on doing it. And of course, the more you do, the more confident you can be. And the more confident you are, that the bigger project you can be able to tackle. I mean, that's what we learn in school, right? You start with a small issue, you break it down, and you do little step at a time. So, and then the more probably you manage, the more confident it will help you to build. And of course, once I have that person that helped me manage, like he's not even managing the property, I'm managing it, but he's the one that fixed everything. So any tenant that have issue, I send him over, and then I have a deal with him while I pay him like 25. I think his rate right now is 27.50 an hour, but it's still much better than sending out like a plumber or something, because he can do all that stuff himself, like all the minor repairs he do, and like a major one, then I'll just send somebody else to do it. So like back in 2022, 3 years ago, I never, to be honest, I never thought I'll manage more than 10 unit. I thought 10 unit would be the max for me already. It would be too much. But then after 3 years of experience, managing my own 3 units, not counting the other years, but after the 3 years managing my own units, I went over a lot of like mistake, a lot of in the 3 years with the 10 unit, I had 2 eviction, and during the eviction, it took me a lot of time to go back and forth and waste waste so much money. I think each eviction cost me a lot, at least $10,000. But then when you went through it, you learn it, and then either you fold and you give up, or you learn from it and you become stronger and you become more confident, right? So I mean, 10 years ago, 10 unit would, I was like, oh, maybe my max is 10 unit, but now today my confidence level is enough where I'm looking at right now we're managing like 3 triplex, fourplex, and then another 14 units here. This is the fourth unit that we purchased, right? This one have 14 units in here. and then we are looking at hopefully be able to double another unit count. I mean, right now, like, I mean, because we just purchased the 14 units, so it's still within the first like 3 to 4 months of purchasing of managing it. So hopefully, after this 3 months, all the issues that we were able to resolve won't come back up, and that's when it's gonna stabilize. And once it's stabilized, then I can think of the next one, right? So I mean, you know, again, like, when you start it out, of course, you're not gonna be able to. You're gonna feel overwhelmed with 1 unit, 2 unit. I have a couple of friends that they have one property, they manage it, and then they was it they have so much issue with the property that it scared them off, and they sold it, and then they swear they're never gonna touch rental property again. Well, that's like just 1 unit. I think I have 3 people that did that, and I'm like, oh man, that I feel bad for them. But then the thing is, like, I'm like, well, I think they tackled the property wrong, like the problem wrong, because I think it's hard for you to start out with 1 unit compared to like 3 units. The reason for that is with a 1 unit, you put so much risk in it, where one person move out, it costs you at least a month and a half to fix it and repairs, and then find somebody else to move in, right? So that month you lose all the whole mortgage, right? The whole mortgage to the bank is coming out for your pocket. Whereas 3 units, if 1 unit is vacant, you have the other 2 units still paying you rent, and because of that, your stress level, like you don't have to, maybe 2 units is enough to pay your mortgage, or maybe it's a bit less, but still you don't have to come up with the whole mortgage yourself, and that doesn't pressure, mess up with your cash flow or your regular bank, right? So with 3 units it's less risky, and then 6 unit, and then so on and so on. So the more, to be honest, the more units you get, the less risky your portfolio will become, because no, like, not all units gonna be get up and move at the same time. So you can kind of like, you can what's it called, you can estimate, you can build it in to vacancy, like when I have a calculator here, as you can see, there's a line that said vacancy. I built the vacancy, and like this is like around, I think, 5% vacancy right here, 5% vacancy. So if you want to, you can build like 7% or whatever percent vacancy, but then that's the money that it's part of the cash flow. It's deduct from the cash flow, and then if you have profit over at the end of the day, even subtracting maintenance, and then utility, vacancy, property management, and you still have cash flow at the end of the day, that's good. Then if you manage it yourself, you make money, you make that money back. I mean, these two, the 3 units, the two triplex, I haven't had vacancy for like 3 years. I think there's only one turnover after, during the 3 years, there's only one turnover, and this is this unit right here. And the good thing about that turnover is, I had the a tenant that paid 1250, and all of a sudden they have to move out of state, so they gave me like a 30, like 15 days notice. So I gave them the out. I was like, oh well, that's fine, just to make sure that you move everything out. And after they move out, it took like a month for my friend up in San Bernardino to clean up, fix everything, put a new floor, put a new cabinet and stuff like that. But then after we were able to, after we flipped that, like we fixed that, we were able to rent it out for 1650. So I increased the rent up like $100, which is like around 33%. So it's not bad. I mean, the whole property is still cash flow very weak, because because the rent, like, it's not up to market yet. There's a couple of, like, there's 2 units that I'm still have to raise up rent over the next couple of years, but it's overall, it's helping the overall portfolio, because if I manage it, I still make money out of it. So let's see, that property is right here, 70, 78 white way. All right. So again, the more unit you manage, the overall, the better, the better your confidence will be. Like, we bought it right here. They don't have a picture for this one. Oh, they don't. Let me see. They might have it in over in Redfin, because Redfin might keep the pictures. I don't know why Zillow didn't keep. Yeah, right here. So it's a two bed. Like here, this unit right, one of this unit right here. We ended up for, I think, like 1450, 1650, and 1350. As you can see, the 14 and the 15, you can raise up the rent later. Here's what I usually use. Right? And another thing is when you buy property, if you have a tool like the rentometer right here, to give you an estimate of the rent, it will help you. Oh my God, my rent is so low, and only 6. The highest one is only 650. Market is already 18. But the thing is like, yeah, I mean, I have two tenants. That one paying only 1450, and that's a housing tenant, and the other one only paying 1350. So this September I'll probably have to raise up the rent, and hopefully by that time this unit itself will have cash flow. This already cash flow, and then the 14 unit already cash flow like very well. Though the 14 unit cash flow very well, and I still have room to for like to increase the rent for that too. So that's how you build your confidence. You just have to do it a lot. And in the last 3 years, I mean, I'm going from like my max is for a 10 unit to like right now, I'm already ready for to tackle like another maybe 50 units or more, and maybe by that time I have to hire like an assistant for something to help. But when that time come, I'll probably gonna hire an assistant help, right? But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video and follow my channel. And I mean, I know that I don't have a lot of views, and but I'm trying my best to put up a new video every month, because like even making videos like this to help me with my confidence level. Like I'm like, okay, no, the worst is the worst nobody watched my video, and but I kind of have like a history of what I do over the years, and whenever I feel like it, I can look back and see this is how I built my confidence, like speaking in front of like random strangers, and hopefully teach them something that I learned over the years, right? So and anybody can do that. You can too, like just start out slow. I mean, a lot of people like they think they're overthinking it, and they analyze like tons and tons and tons and tons of deal, and they never do anything. I mean, right before I purchased my first unit here by myself, like there was a huge gap, and during that time I was like trying to follow somebody like on bigger pocket, keep on listening to the podcast. I think I listened to like hundreds and hundreds of podcasts, and just keep on thinking, oh, I should do that one day. I should do that one day. And like I think I never did it. So I'm like, it's a waste. So just listen to it. So I stopped listening to it and I just do it. And that's when I first purchased my 3 units here, and then that is history. A fourth unit, 4 unit. Oh, why am I didn't have a date in here? I think it's like 11/25/2025. Let's put a date in there. That's when we purchased it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you have any question regarding real estate buy, sell, or rent, please let us know. I do help people manage property too. Right now I'm managing 24 unit, and hopefully I'll be able to build that up to like a 50 or 100 units under management. I mean, not just from our company, but from anybody that think uh, private management is too stressful, like my friends, then they can send it over to us. We have a pretty good management agreement, and if you're interested, I'll tell you all about it, because I actually probably gonna make another video regarding property management myself, because I think I do things differently than other property management company, and I think my way of doing it is aligning my the landlord interest with the property management interests at the same time. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.